Good morning. For all who are here with us at our headquarters, as well as you who are able to join us online, welcome to the World Messianic Church of America Miroku Association Monthly Appreciation Service. We have gathered today to express our gratitude to God and Meishu Sama for the protection, help, and countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask permission to serve the divine plan throughout this coming month. We will begin our service today with the presentation of offerings to God. Please remain seated and pray along silently for the opening prayer.
Great God of light, with our deepest respect, we have gathered here at the World Messianic Church of America, Miroku Association headquarters to celebrate our monthly appreciation service. We humbly offer you our prayers of praise, appreciation for protection, help, and the countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask for permission, guidance, and inspiration to serve in your divine work of the construction of paradise on earth. Please accept the materialization of our gratitude through our in-person and virtual presence, our monetary offerings, and by guiding our relatives and friends. Please give us strength and wisdom to practice this year's guidelines in our everyday life. Helping others dedicate themselves to the construction of paradise on earth through our practices of faith is the path of our salvation. May we receive greater light and spiritual strength to realize Meishu Sama's ideals in our hearts, our homes, our communities, so we become effective instruments in your divine light to bring happiness to everyone around us. May the new age of happiness and everlasting peace, where love, goodwill, and understanding prevail, soon become a reality.
Please join us for the Amatsu no Rito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku prayer, pages 11 and 13 of your prayer book.
Taka amahara ni kamuzumarimasu. Kamurogi kamurogi no mikoto moshite. Sumemi oya kamurizanagi no mikoto. Tsukushi no himuka no tachihana no odo no ahagi harani misogi harai tamo toki ni narimaseru harai dono kami tachi moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare o harai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshio amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomoni ame no fujikoma no mimi furitatete hikoshime seto kashikomi mo maosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kamagara tamashi haemase. Kamagara tamashi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan, and for the privilege of chanting and receiving your day. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified, as we live your truths given to us by Meishu Sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those in whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
Please be seated. We will now receive group Chore. Jury is now concluded. Let us listen to a teaching of Meishu Sama.
Teachings from Our Daily Bread, Volume 2, Poem 125. God recognizes sincere, honest people above all others and grants them boundless, limitless blessings. Many people profess faith in God, but just thinking so has little meaning. There must be some outward expression of one's faith in God. The demonstration of faith is very simple: trustworthiness. We must always speak the truth so that others will have no doubt about our words. Then they will associate with us without fear of any kind of trouble, knowing we have a fine and upright character. It is not really difficult to achieve such a reputation. We should avoid telling lies and committing any dishonest acts, and instead place the interests of others before our own. By helping them out of their difficulties and showing them unfailing kindness, they'll be made happier by our presence. In this way, we will certainly win their love and respect. To understand this, put yourself in the other person's position. When we meet such trustworthy individuals, we are drawn to them and feel we can turn to them for advice and help whenever we need to do so. It is only natural that lifelong friendships based on total trust grow through such relationships. Whenever we help someone else, our kind deeds should be of a lasting, not a temporary nature. It's like eating rice. At first, it seems to have little taste, but it becomes more enjoyable the longer one eats it. Most Japanese people feel they cannot get along without it for even one day. Like rice, we should become enjoyable and indispensable to others. Unfortunately, there are too many individuals whose nature is exactly the opposite of this. They deliberately try to do things that invite mistrust and tell lies that are easily exposed. Once their deceits are uncovered, they are never trusted again, however virtuous they may be in other ways. Doing this makes no sense. There are other individuals who never succeed, no matter how hard they work to do so. When we look into the cause of this, we often find it is due to their having lost, through deceit, the trust of those who are associated with them. Exceptions to this are rare. Indeed, trustworthiness is an important asset. Once you have established yours with others, you would rarely be in financial difficulty. Those who have money will more than likely be willing to lend you whatever you may need. While we must be trustworthy in our relationships with others, it is far more important to be worthy of God's trust, the most precious of all. With the trust of God, we can live full and happy lives. Teachings of Meishu Sama, Volume 4, Faith and Trustworthiness, June 18th, 1949.
Let's have greetings from the President of World Messianic Church of America, Miroku Association, Reverend Marco Negrão.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association Headquarters Monthly Appreciation Service. Thank you, all those of you who are joining us online. Today we have visitors from Tennessee. Is it Memphis or Nashville this time?
Neither.
Neither?
Murfreesboro.
Oh, okay. Is also a part of Tennessee?
Yeah.
Welcome, all the way from there. First of all, I want to thank you for your support, for your daily support, your monthly support in terms of the Jure you've been giving to others, even to yourselves, to introducing to workers, to family members, your financial contributions, your study of Meir Shama's teachings. There are so many ways that we can put Meir Shama's teachings into practice. Appreciation of art and beauty, for instance, nature farming. So let's keep doing our best to put the teachings into practice. Today's teaching is so about trustworthiness. So when we express this kindness to others, Jure is a wonderful way for us to express that care for others. So by giving Jure, eventually we will receive the trust of others, because we will be there when they need, or sometimes they may not know how much they need, but if we are there to offer Jure, then eventually, so we will build up that kind of a relationship. In the teaching today, Meir Shama talks about this kind of a consistency equals to the when somebody eats rice, that initially rice may be tasteless, but then as you continue day after day, you start having more sensibility, you start feeling more of the subtle taste or the deeper aspect of eating rice. I had this experience in 1990. After 2 years that I have met my wife, Miho, she came with a youth group from Japan. About 12 people came. They came to visit. I was in Newark, New Jersey at that time. So we were 2 years apart, so I was very excited to see Miho again after 2 years. And to receive this group, they had arrived the day prior to their visit to the center. So we decided to offer them a lunch. So we had lasagna. Lasagna and a green salad. So when they came, a member offered to cook for them. And then they looked at the dining table. Where's the rice? We have already 3 consecutive meals since we arrived in the US. Sandwich and whatnot. We went to a diner, no rice. We can't. We simply can't. So when I heard that, I was very judgmental. Let me tell you, because I felt, wow, here we are talking about a youth group. In my mind, I thought, being young, people would have the spirit of exploring, trying to find something new, right? Experience something new. They barely arrived in the US and they're already complaining about not having rice. And you can ask me, but that's a very true story. But that was my judgment. if I had read Meishi's teaching as we had today, Japanese cannot stand even one single day without rice. I would understand that. So eventually I learned if I really wanted to express my love, my makoto, as we say in Japanese, I should have asked them beforehand, what would you like to have? Not that I would impose, because I like lasagna, that they would force them into their throats, so to speak, right? So I felt twice. I was judgmental, right? And I didn't ask them beforehand. No good. But that was a good lesson. All with the spirit of trying to do our best, trying to serve, right? But there are means to do that. Also talking about rice, my mother-in-law, she was an expert in nature farming. For 60 years or more, she practiced nature farming. Her vegetables, her rice that she produced were fantastic in this kind of a pure soil. Nothing, not even animal manure, pure as Meishu-sama teaches, only vegetables, compost. So the produce is really great. So one time, two things. The harvest of rice was so great that she shipped the rice to us here in New York. So I don't know how many pounds, not a big package, maybe 10 pounds. But can you imagine how much was the cost of shipping that rice from Japan to here? But it was a treasure. It's almost like each grain of rice. You know those gold pips? They are the size of a rice grain. That's what I was imagining. Each one of them, they were so rich in spiritual energy. But this is what Meishu-sama teaches us. Of course, if you eat ultra-processed foods, they don't have any value in terms of content, vitamins, or proteins. But spiritually, they have nothing to offer. And you may grow something naturally, but if your attitude while touching the soil or dealing with the plants is not a positive one, you have your concerns, you have emotional issues while you are handling the plants will absorb that. But when you have a joyful spirit, you are excited, right? And you are respecting the soil, the result is great. So the result is a kind of food that is full of spiritual energy. So that spiritual energy is the most important aspect for the nourishment of our spirit and body. So can you imagine when I received that rice? So our hands were, Miho and I was almost, we were shaking. Oh my God, this is a treasure. How we are going to deal with this treasure? Should we eat right away or save for some special occasions, right? We have a home altar. In our altar, we offer, like here, we have water, salt, and rice. But that's what we believe. Through the water, we are expressing our gratitude, appreciation for all kinds of weather. Oh, today is hot and humid here in New York. Thank you, God. Well, here we have air conditioning, that's right. But we had a very cold winter. Many days of snow. Thank you, Nature needs that too. We need all cycles, right? So that's a kind of expression. Then the salt from all the things that come from the ocean. And rice representing all things that come from the soil. Maybe instead of rice, we could have corn, we could have beans. Rice is more practical, so we keep using rice. But that's one of the aspects of what we have here represented in our altar. So going back to the theme today, trustworthiness, and the practice of Jode. So first element when we think or we express our intention of helping someone, of the Jode assistance, can be at a home, can be at a hospital. First requirement, love. Love. And love is a very broad concept. Broad means commitment, it's dedication, right? But besides love, we also need to have wisdom. Both are necessary for a positive result. And I will share some cases in which I was directly involved. But before that, so keep that in mind. So I will share some cases. We have today's teachings from Our Daily Bread, Volume 2. What I'm going to share with you now is from Reminiscences about Meishu Sama. So we have these 4 publications that just this month of July we were able to present to you. These publications, they are available in our website. They are available in the print form and ebook. My suggestion is that acquire the ebook, especially the teachings of Meishu Sama, volumes 1 through 7. The reason is we are still making some revisions on the printed format. You can acquire without any issues the Our Daily Bread, volumes 1 and 2, and Reminiscences about Meishu Sama, volumes 1, either in print or ebook. When you acquire ebook, if we make an adjustment or an update, you don't lose your money. The very ebook that you purchased, you will be able to find that it was updated. But in the printed version, of course, this cannot happen. So wait until you acquire the volumes 1 through 7 of Teachings of Meishu Sama. But Our Daily Bread or Reminiscences, you can acquire them as soon as they become available. Probably this week, and at least or maximum towards the end of this month, all of these books will be available. If we just had 4 eyes to proofread our teachings, we will not go through these issues, but we are working on that. So this from the Reminiscences, it is the title, Helping Others Requires Wisdom. Somebody asked Meishu Sama, one member really tried to help a certain family, but the result was not so good. In that case, what is wrong? Meishu Sama, oh, the person who tried to help the family doesn't have enough wisdom. If we really want to help a person, the timing and opportunity must coincide with the other person's readiness. When someone is doing the wrong thing, I may advise him, but he has a strong attachment to his action. He will not accept my advice. In that case, I leave things in God's hands. And when when he starts facing a big problem, he will be more ready to listen. Then he understands and changes his attitude totally. If we advise him before the right time comes, the result will backfire. Because his attachment is very strong. A relationship, for instance, between a man and a woman, especially, will heat up when we try to stop it. Sometimes I'm consulted about such a relationship. At that time I say, oh, leave things in God's hands. Some even said to me, it's more convenient. We don't have to worry. Leave it to God's hands. Things will resolve somehow. The universe will conspire. Then the result is better than if we had advised them strongly, like when he gives this example. A big boulder, big rock, rolls down a steep slope. If we try to stop it, we can't, and we are going to get hurt ourselves. When someone works hard with a bad result, it means that person didn't wait until the boulder would hit the bottom. Like this, the boulder is rolling down the hill, the slope, so when it stops, that means if a person crashes his or her head towards a wall or something, that's when they will be able to listen. What happened? I need help. Oh no. And now you need help? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's I have some piece of advice. It's up to you to accept it or not. When someone has wisdom, he can judge whether the boulder is in the middle of the slope or has almost hit the bottom. The important thing is to deepen our wisdom. Then we can be more effective instruments. So these jury cases that I was talking about. This happened in 2012. I asked permission not to participate in the first Sunday service, like today. It was the first time I was skipping a service because I took a Japanese language proficiency test. It's called JLPT. Happened that that took place in the Fordham University in the Bronx. So I live here in Queens, so it was quite a distance. Probably was an hour and a half. I forgot how long it took. It was 3 hours test. I find that I was the oldest in the taking the test. Probably people look at me. What is Uncle Joe is doing here, right? So what happened that particular day, somebody here in Midtown Manhattan asked for a jury assistance. Minister, I'm in the hospital. Can you come and give me jury? I said, sure, but today I have this. I paid to do this test. Cannot miss it. Once I finish the test from the Bronx, I will go visit you, okay? And it was if you ever go through this kind of situations, it's mentally exhausting. I was totally drained. The test was way more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I another misjudgment of my part. I'm married to a Japanese. I've been speaking Japanese for a couple of years. I can't handle this. I didn't. I failed. But the important lesson, so after all that, I felt I was exhausted. But I made my commitment. I'm going to give you this person today. So what happened, so from the Bronx, if you're familiar, maybe those of you online may not know much about the geography here in New York City. So took the Bronx, had to change trains in the Grand Central Station to take another train to go to the hospital where this person was. Once I got to Grand Central Station, because I was so exhausted, I felt I can't properly give assistance to this person. I have to be well. I have to have energy. If I go there exhausted, what kind of a help can I offer, right? So my inner voice, or my guardian angel, I don't know, my guardian spirit, kind of told me, go home, forget about it. So I was dealing, I'm a minister, I'm here to, I'm trying to offer help. What should I do? I will go home. I will follow my inner voice. So I went home. Went home and called her. I'm sorry, I couldn't go to the hospital. Oh, I'm not in the hospital anymore. So what? Yeah, I was already discharged. Unbelievable, right? So she asked for the assistance and didn't have the courtesy. Oh, by the way, miss, I was already discharged. So my inner voice was correct. One more garden angel. Thank you. You're on this side, right? This side is the bad guy, right? Thank you for the tip, right? Yeah, go home. I didn't hear that part of the message. She's not there anymore, right? It was just the feeling. No, go home. Don't waste your time. But so it was a good lesson that I had to, because maybe someone teaches about that. You use wisdom, and he also advised when you are going to assist someone, you have to be well yourself, right? How much can you help if you're in bad shape, right? So there was this case one. Case two. I will call this person Mr. D. Okay, Mr. D. When I lived in San Francisco, California, lived there 6 years, I was already hearing about this Mr. D. Mr. D was a member who was transferred from another country, came here to live in New York City, and was a very complicated kind of person. Every time, when it was a he, every time he came to the center, he would complain, oh, in my country we do things like this. In my country we do things like that. He had a PhD degree, so he had a kind of a arrogant air, kind of an attitude, was looking other people down. So I was hearing about this person. Then I moved to New York, 1999, knowing that this person would be here. But I can't be judgmental. I heard comments of who this person was from other people. I don't know the person. I have to have my own feelings myself. Cannot have preconceived ideas, right? But then, yes, he was a difficult person. Very difficult. And then as soon, like our first encounters, we had arguments and altercations, or you name it. To the point that in more than one service, like today I was giving group Jode, right? When I was giving Jode, when I was pointed near where he would turn his face. Turn his face, like didn't want to receive the light directly from me. Who knows? I thought, wow, this person has all this, scientific knowledge, but acts like a child. Right? So this was going on for 1 year, 2 years, several years. We moved our center, some of you were part of that, New Yorker Hotel. We were there 14 years at the New Yorker Hotel. The New Yorker Hotel, they had security guards at the lobby area. All our members who were visiting over there could go up with no problem. Sometimes they would recognize us. They would say, oh, they are the flower people. It was so cute, right? The flower people, flower But that guy, every time he came, they would stop him. Hey, you, document. Hey, you, sign here. Where are you going? So he would already come to the center, filming. I can't believe it. Every time they stop me. I will never come back again to this center. But he came. So it was interesting, right? The editor, I think this security guard already picked on. Here's a guy with the nose too much up in the air. Let's stop him. Hey, you, doc. So this is a long story, but eventually he was undergoing a serious health issue, had cancer. So we and other members gave this guy Jode. He was the type, for instance, he never gave Jode. He was a member, but he only wanted to receive. Only receive. Oh, I'm not interested in giving Jode to others. Why did he become a member? I was always curious. And he, with the assistance that he received, including from me, because that was an important thing. I can't put any personal feelings in the process. Here's a person who needs help. Whether I like this guy or we had these problems before, this is another matter. Here's a person who I need to be there for the guy when he needs. So we're giving it, and he recovered. It was a miracle. So when I explained to him, look, you receive a major blessing. You are given a second life. How about caring to give joy to others? How about expressing your gratitude through a monetary offering? Do something. Nothing. I couldn't really believe, right? So, gee, I think my words are not communicating well because the message is not going across. In fact, to express his gratitude, he invited me and two members who were those two that were giving him the most assistance. So he offered a lasagna that he cooked himself. That was, maybe for him, that was a major thing. I don't know, right? But this happened. Then he was hospitalized again. The cancer returned. Cancer returned, he was at the Mount Sinai Hospital. And then he called me asking for the assistance. Considering who he was, for him to kind of bow his head and humbly ask for assistance was already a big deal, I felt. So I said, he made this effort, so I will do my best to give him joy. This was on a Sunday, and it happened that my whole family, we were visiting someone in Rocky Point, here in Long Island. It's 2 hours and a half, 3 hours, I don't know, it's far. Yeah. We were visiting a family over there. But I felt I made a commitment, I'm going to visit this guy. So at the end of the day, the hospital over there, Mount Sinai, visitation closed at 9 p.m. I couldn't go there, arrived there 8:30 p.m. I was, another day that was physically tired because it was a long day. But I said, no, the guy made his effort, I have to do my part. I arrived at the room. He was surrounded by friends from another spiritual kind of group that he belonged. Hey, D, Mr. D, came here to give you joy. I asked you, oh, I'm sorry, can you come another day? Can you see I'm here surrounded by my friends? I said, all right. Sure. was not going to make a scene at the hospital, right? Can you believe it? If you would have just realized the effort that I made to come to visit you, then 2 days later, can you come now? Actually, he was going on a terminal phase of his, was going to be admitted to a hospice anyway. So I could give him Jordan 2 days prior to his passing. And then what was interesting that people associated with him, they were not relatives, but they had a very close relation, invited me to his funeral, which was also in Long Island, was a Jewish cemetery in Farmingdale. So I was there. Then I was invited, the pallbearer when you carry the casket. I was invited next to his brother. I was in the most honored position. And when in that particular ritual was a Jewish ritual of people close to the person, they will pick the shovel and get the soil, put on the top of the casket. I was invited to do that. I thought, wow, what is the irony, right? We had this kind of relationship, but my mission with this particular person was to serve him till the very end. So I felt honored, at the same time felt that was very significant. But anyway, that's the spirit where we will serve in many ways, but at the same time we need to have wisdom. Many times we receive phone calls, emails from Brazil, Japan, Thailand. Oh, there is somebody hospitalized or in a situation, maybe at home, that needs jewelry assistance. Can you give jewelry to this person? Sure. But when I didn't have enough wisdom, I still don't have that much wisdom, but when I had less wisdom, I would right away, oh yes, give me the address. I want to help. And this happened. Oh, can you give jewelry to my cousin? Sure. Go to the hospital. Oh, I'm Marco, I'm here to give you jewelry. Oh, jewelry, that's the crazy thing that my cousin does over there. I don't believe in that thing. I belong to another religion and I don't want, thank you. But then, it's not the person's fault. My lack of wisdom. Next time, let me call before they confirm. We received this request. Do you really want to receive it? Right? Not just for myself, especially if I'm going to ask your help. Oh, I have a person that needs, can you go there to assist? I have to be sure that person really is going to receive you. I went through many experiences, so I can handle that. But I don't know about you. You may feel really disappointed. Oh, I had to take hours off my job just to do that, just to find a door closed. Anyway. So let's read the teachings to have more wisdom. It's very important. And last but not least, we are talking about reputation, trustworthiness, not lying. Last service, I said that was the last call for the pilgrimage. I didn't lie, okay? Today is the very last call for the pilgrimage. Because this Tuesday we have a meeting, online meeting with our travel agents in Japan. We are going to finalize the number, how many of us are going. So again, pilgrimage is September 25th through October 6th. Why we keep telling about the importance of going on a pilgrimage? Maybe someone said this. If you live where there is a jewelry center, make an effort to attend a service at least once a month. come to a monthly service like this. And for those who live in Japan, go to the sacred grounds at least once a year. Once or twice a year, he said. But for us we don't live in Japan, at least once in a lifetime. Because if you have been on a pilgrimage, some of you have been, a lot of it is required, money-wise, time-wise. You have to negotiate with your family, your significant one, your boss. How can I take vacation? It's not that simple, right? But the spiritual value, the energy that we receive is priceless. It's priceless. That's why it is so important to consider. And interesting situations happen because I talked about this 2 services ago, last service, and in the process, somebody that was genuinely inspired. Oh, is that important? I want to go, but I don't have either enough documents or enough money to go. But then, during these past 3 weeks, something changed. Minister, guess what? I was not in the position, not considering that I was able to go. Now, I'm thinking seriously. So, you can't leave here without making your decision. Okay, not just joking. So, think about that. And if you think there is a possibility, let me know. Also, those of you who are attending us, joining us online, talk to your local minister that you want to participate in this pilgrimage. Visit the 3 sacred grounds, also Meshama's birthplace, and Mount Nokogiri, where he received the revelation of transition from the age of darkness to the daylight age. One of the most significant occurrences for our Jory belief system. Have a great month of practice, and see you next time. Thank you.
This concludes our service today. Thank you very much for joining us, and we wish you a blessed day.